Welcome, everybody, to another edition of the West Coast Trios Wrestling Podcast. And it's myself, Tony, for today. And on my left-hand side, Mondo. We got Mondo on my left, and we got Cali Rattlesnake on my right. Good afternoon, gentlemen. How we doing today?
What up, y'all?
Good.
Perfect. Cool. Real quick, lots of wrestling. We're building up to SummerSlam. We're getting ready for AEW Redemption, not Revolution, like how I messed up last week. So it should be a good card. It's about to happen in real time, the next like 45 minutes or so. By the time we get, put this on YouTube, this will probably be obviously past dated. But we're all excited for the Redemption pay-per-view. It's going to be a stacked card. I know, Mondo, you're going to give us through the rundown, and then we're going to do our quick predictions about who we think is going to win. But before that, I know before we got online, before we jumped on, I kind of brought up the subject of WWE Radio, this whole announcement that came about. Again, I know we kind of had our back and forth right now, Mondo, but then, just the excitement of just hearing about, hearing the pay-per-views on the radio. Cool. They brought in, they started, Busted Open is one of the big, podcasts that they absorbed, which we thought was cool. I don't know if you guys saw it online. I keep forgetting. I'm so sorry with names. I'm really bad with names. But, it was said that, hey, nothing's changing. But then you saw the reports. Thunder Rosa is not going to be a part of it. It's going to be more of a WWE bias. And like I said, I'm jumping on that bandwagon where it's like, I don't like that. I kind of hate it. Yes. Us three plus Q Packet whenever he jumps on. Yeah, we'll give kudos to the WWE. But then, hey, you know what? From the beginning, like you said, Mondo, there's say it and call it how it is. There's AEW on the other side. There's more than one wrestling organization. There's two belts. There's two organizations that are top notch. And we're not going to be shying away from talking about AEW. And I truly, and again, I'm going to jump on with you, bro. I don't like the fact that because WWE took over this radio and said, hey, guys, we're going to invite you guys over. Then all of a sudden you're going to say, hey, let's not talk about AEW. Hey, they fired the coach. I don't know if you guys heard that. They fired or let go of Jonathan.
True or not, because that guy's full of lies.
So I'll get your opinions right now. And so they fired Jonathan Coachman, and because he was too critical of WWE, and I'm air quotes over here. And so, what's the message here? Is it just saying, hey, like I mentioned, is it a WWE bias, or are we just having a collective of other podcasts and say, hey guys, we're just gonna, what's that word? Talk about WWE and just gaslight everybody about them. Like, what is that, Mondo? I know we were going over back and forth.
No, but... yeah. The thing I see here, it's same garbage from WWE. We're the only ball game in town. We're the major leagues. Because you never hear anybody talking about the quote unquote minor league. So this just proves to me that they are willing to do everything and anything just to keep other businesses alive. They're just doing what they did with the territories, killing them off. They're trying to make it seem like, hey, you're not good enough until you make it here. And it's just like, dude, I've been there, done that. Same song and dance. There are other wrestling promotions that are better than WWE. And yes, WWE swallows up some of these other indies or independents like they're doing with AAA. And like I said, at the end of the day, I hope they don't take away the whole mask thing, because you're just sending out American wrestlers or American luchadors or whatever you want to call them, but sports entertainers, and they have no masks. Again, they are doing something bad for business. And again, competition breeds excellence. And we say this all the time. We got to have options. But if they're just saying like, oh, you're going to make it here. Yeah, I get it. But then you're underutilized, underpaid. Why would I want to go there? If I'm doing something I love, wouldn't I want to wrestle? Wouldn't I want to keep doing what I do best? And it makes no sense. And then you go there, pretty much they scan you up and down, and if we like you, hey, we're going to use you. Oh, you're from the Anaoki family, or whatever the hell their names is. You get a push. We don't like the way you look. Again, marketing and all that other good stuff. But at the end of the day, they put you in these stupid storylines. Like, what are we, 8, 9 years old? Like, are we still playing in the playground? Like, dude, come on. These are actual people. We got to have actual storylines. And it's like, I feel jaded when I keep saying this shit. It's like, been there, done that. You guys aren't the only ones in the playground. There's AEW, there's New Japan, Stardom for the women, CMLL. There's all these others. There's a Filipino wrestling organization. There's all these others. European wrestling. I can go on and on, but they want to make it seem. And again, people have been keyword indoctrinated to think it's only WWE. Why would I want to look at that? Why would I want? Yeah, because you have been molded to that type of thinking, and it's just, to me, it's just baffling. It's just, we let these people get away with it, and just I'm done. It's like, Busted Open Radio was fun to hear. I'll listen to Jim Cornette's radio podcast, even Jeff Jarrett after the Dark Side of the Ring there, or even I forget, he talks with another personality, or I'll watch Going in Raw. What culture wrestling ended, but then there's a Wrestle Talk, which is okay. They're more centric with WWE stuff, and it's just like, you can tell when somebody like WWE gets their hands on somebody, and you can just tell, oh man, they're not even critical of these guys anymore. Like, what's going on? It's like, you cannot have an opinion anymore. And then what do? Oh, we're just gonna buy you out, and now you can shut the hell up. The hell is that? They're just afraid.
I just hope it's not too scripted, so to speak. And again, I get the pre-shows, and you want to talk about and hype them up, for the pre-shows. That's what they're there for. But like these podcasters, kind of like us, Miguel, we have our opinions, right? We want to give our opinions because, like you said, we were wrestling fans and we love wrestling. And when it came down to it, we're like, hey, this is going to be cool because there's going to be an umbrella for all these podcasts to be in one channel. But then all of a sudden you hear the changes, or you hear like, hey, we don't want to talk about we don't want to talk about AEW. How does that make you feel, Miguel, if you can't give your opinion about your competition?
Well, the whole getting bought out, that's a business standpoint. So that falls not on WWE, but the person or the people or the podcast that is getting bought out. So that's on them for taking that. That's number one. Number two, even before getting to any of this, doesn't that sound like when we first started, where only what we spoke about was WWE and AEW? So what difference does it make now? The difference is, like you said, Tony, we get to publicly now speak freely on whatever promotion we want, not just WWE, not just AEW. And as any, I guess, bought in business turning into a monopoly, we know that that's what they're being bought for, is because they have, in the buyer's eyes, being WWE or TKO, they have the correct verbiage, the correct audience to amplify WWE and WWE only, right? That's why we're seeing these changes of, oh, okay, you guys used to talk about all this, and now you guys only going to talk about this. I honestly, like we're seeing in a lot of things in life, not just wrestling. I mean, like, let's just look at the umbrella of life right now. There's not very many companies that can hold on versus competition, because one or two companies own everything and they're just scooping everything up. And like you guys have been saying, just quiet. Now we're seeing it. Yeah. Now we're physically seeing it. And now they're starting with podcasts or podcasters, and this is not just, I don't foresee this seeing the first one. There's going to be many more. They're going to go through a bunch of podcasts and people that make them look right. And exactly what Mando said, they're going to come that time where they come knocking on that door and they say, hey, my man, well, we love what you're doing, but what if you sign this contract that you make us look good and we pay you this. And that's where people that's where you make the decision of now you know what, we'll stick to what we're doing versus what we're seeing now. Like, holy smokes, podcasters are now getting bought out. Like, and yeah, they really are, and it sucks because, like Mando said, far and foremost, before anything, before the dollar signs, before anything, even I think when we're little, somehow, some way, we're taught being competitive as Americans growing up. And what does this say to other generations if we have one or two companies just starting to scoop up everything and there is no competition to breed, or there is no competition to look forward to, right? I mean, again, thankfully we have a boatload of promotions that are killing it here and overseas. But man, that sucks, man. Man, that sucks. You know?
Oh yeah, it just, to me, at the end of the day, it sounded cool.
Yeah.
It sounded cool, but then we start getting those details. It's kind of like when we were all like, "Oh shit, TKO is buying out WWE. Oh my god, all this money's coming in," and then they started getting all these wrestlers from out of nowhere. They started buying, not buying, but in a sense buying, getting these contracts for new wrestlers to come through, and all of a sudden we're starting to see the evil side of it, where it's like, hey, all these cuts came about, all these beloved wrestlers are being cut. It's good for the industry because it'll create competition later on. But then, we're starting to see the negativity, I guess, in terms of like, man, you're not giving them the freedom, because this is what it's all about. This, go ahead, Miguel.
And let me stop you right there real quick, just so I can add this. And we're also seeing this now, in case like we didn't, and I'm not saying we didn't know because we always discuss this amongst each other.
Yeah.
But in case we didn't know as fans, right? We're seeing this now with the New Day, right? TKO lowballed them at $1 million. Why? Because like you said, Tony, they either spend or cut in XYZ, right? That's the now. But when Vince was around, his XYZ wasn't dollar signs. His XYZ was entertainment. Okay, how can I entertain the fans? And how can I get this person to maximize that?
Yeah.
Then I'll figure that out. Again, I wasn't in those meetings and those contracts. I don't know what's going on in that, but I could definitely tell you based off all the superstars that he kept year in and year out that those negotiations went that way. Versus now we're seeing superstars getting really lowballed for like we said, now we don't even know the decisions. Like we don't even know because now we're starting to see things that all of a sudden there's just popping up like this. I mean, right now I'm a little bit taken back. I heard you guys say something about some radio. I haven't really heard anything about that. So, like, didn't they just do this WWE club? Now this radio stuff. Now they're buying podcast. Like everything is going like this.
Well,
Yeah,
more
so
or less,
we're
the
hoping.
radio. It's like if you were listening to a or at an event, let's just say, for example, they were going to do something where you can hear the commentary with the app. So that's what I thought was really cool, because when you go to those wrestling events, depending on, like I told Tony on the text, I was like, yeah, I was happy for that. Where if I go to an event and the crowd is dead, or if we're sitting in a section and nobody's yelling, nobody's trying to be who they are as a wrestling fan, let me put on my little headphones, let me put on this app, and I can hear either a Michael Cole, Wade Barrett, doing the commentary. Or, they actually had that in one of the AEW pay-per-views. I think it was the first one we went to at the Kia Forum. Yeah, the Kia Forum. I was going to call it the Great Western Forum. I'm thinking of Magic
days.
Johnson, the good old days. But yeah, they had something where, you had like these little, earplugs and you can hear the commentary. What was great, and I was hoping that they can do that moving forward, is if you go to the live events or go to the pay-per-views, you had that option. Because sometimes if I take my family, for example, my wife wants to hear them talk. Because unfortunately, our section's dead.
Soccer enthusiasts have been doing this for decades, right? They put on their favorite sportscaster and they'll just watch the game live, right? My thing is you hit it right, you hit something right on the head that still to this day, right now, it's solved. You already said it, but in the eyes of WWE, right? Still to this day, there is that dead space of when you're in the seat and you're watching wrestling live. You're just
Yeah.
Nobody's cheering.
no
Nobody's
no one's
no
cheering,
reaction.
no clue, and
And we've been
sometimes
in
it's
those,
delayed.
Mondo.
Yeah, we've
And
been in
sometimes
those.
it's a great point, but I don't. So what is it then? WWE's not moving forward with that, or are
Well,
they?
I think like what Mondo was saying, that I think the original concept, and before that, even before this
Mhm.
WWE app, they mentioned something similar to where you can hear the commentary if you were going to be in the arena. But I think like technically, I think you can now when SummerSlam happens, when they're on XM radio, you can listen to the pay-per-view on the radio. So in essence, it will technically work if
Yeah,
you're in
but
Minneapolis sitting down in the $25 seats, which the prices obviously went down. And you're like, man, like Mondo said, maybe you're in a dead space in section 307, and you're like, man, this crowd sucks over here. Let me listen to a little bit of Michael Cole in the meantime while they're having the action in front of me. So I think that's the thing that they could do going forward, starting
but
with a SummerSlam.
listen, that's great and all, but here's my issue, right? So you mean to tell me that I can't go on any WWE app? Like now I need to third party it onto a Sirius XM and hear it? See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, radio version.
Now,
Yeah,
now
Yeah.
hearing this, that's a big problem for me. Not because I'm some penny pincher or anything like that.
Shit, I am.
I got the few bucks to get Sirius XM, right? Let's just say this is from my perspective, right? I
yeah.
can give a few bucks for Sirius XM, but back to alluding to what Mando was saying then why was it so simple for AEW to present it the way they presented it? Even if it was a one-off, one-time thing, so quick and easy and let's go. And now all of a sudden, WWE wants to do this, but then now the people in live get punished for it. Meaning, if you don't have Sirius XM, well, then guess what? You're sitting in that dead space for those 2, 3 hours, and unless you're gonna cough up that money, right? Because I did exactly what you said, Mondo. I did the first time your brother and I went to Raw Monday. I had Netflix in my pocket and I was hearing the in my ear because we were just sitting there. And don't get me wrong, it was cool seeing the entrances, right? Like that's one of the dopest things. But come on, I need to hear something. I entertain us. I understand that, but why not put them in the loudspeakers? Fine, you don't want people to have all these electronics, put them in the loudspeakers, and do not tell me that it's gonna be delayed because it might be delayed by a few seconds. But come on, man, hook those PA systems up and have Michael Cole, have Wade Barrett on the commentary, right? I don't know, man. They gotta solve that issue. That's the biggest issue right now. That and being more communicative of the entertainment aspect of what's going on day of. They need to kind of pay attention more to what the World Cup
Yeah. Like the fan
what
base.
and what I
Like,
mean exactly what I mean, like the way they communicate to them. Hey guys, at 3 o'clock, we're gonna have this on the south field of the thing. On the north field, this person's gonna on the south field at 4:30 is gonna open up. It would be great because if they having this issue of and we've seen it and we've been there and we've been in it, but if we're having this issue of these lines being 45 minutes long. And oh man, it's time to go our seats. Okay, let's go. We watch the show, maybe leave 10 minutes early just to notice like, do we just go back to the seats, man? Because that's like a 2 hour one. Come on, WWE. We need to put we not 5 tenths ain't gonna work. 4 tenths ain't gonna work. And 15, 20 tenths, spread five of them on different sides of the arena.
Yeah, I was gonna say the biggest what's the biggest difference? And you said the word they versus AEW, where it's only one person, and that's the biggest fan in wrestling right now, and that's Tony Khan. I think Tony Khan's like is the biggest wrestling fan. That's why he's owning AEW, because he enjoys. He wants something different, and he's delivering. And I think he's been delivering over the last 2-3 years with AEW. But yeah, that's that's the gist right now of what's happening within WWE. One of the biggest things, in terms of acquisitions of XM Radio, WWE. Good and bad. And there's we'll see how that plays out. Hopefully it's not the word was glazing. Hopefully they're not glazing all of WWE 24/7 and their radio shows going forward. But I would love to see, kind of like what we do. We have our opinions. This is why we jumped in here, because we love wrestling, and so, but at the same time, we're not going to shy away, like Mondo said in episode 1 or 2. Like, don't shy away. There's something. There's AEW on the other side of the fence. Call it how it is, and like Mondo said, that's what we're trying to do. We're going to call it as it is, and not shy away from it, because this is what we do. This is what we love to see. And then we love wrestling, but then there's things that we hear. Hey, why not talk about it, right? So
don't shy away. We got our opinions. You may not like what I have to say, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You're entitled to your opinion, and that's fine. We're here to talk.
Mm-hmm.
And I might get a little feisty, but that's just my personality. Deal with it. I got to deal with your guys' shit. So not you guys in particular, but just everybody else. It's like, oh, but I got to roll out the red carpet for you. Get the fuck out of here. That's just how I feel.
Sorry, kids.
Talk to me. Let me talk to you. There you go.
But we'll get into SummerSlam next week. But right now, we're gonna jump into AEW Redemption right now, since it's a nice little perfect segue from Tony Khan to AEW. But we'll keep an eye on what's going on in the world of WWE a little bit more next week. I think you're up to SummerSlam. But today is all about AEW. We're getting ready for Redemption in the next half hour or so. Mondo, if you'll be kind enough to run us through the card, and then we'll give our predictions for today.
I'll try to be. Let's see here. Inaugural show, I believe that's how it's pronounced, right? It's the first ever Redemption in Canada there. There's going to be an 80-year celebration of the Rougeau Wrestling Dynasty.
No way, really?
Yeah, there's going to be a little celebration. Hopefully Jacques and Ray Rougeau are there.
Dude, I got chills. I love that shit these guys growing up.
Right there, baby.
Hell yeah, dude.
The fabulous Rougeau brothers. Fuck yeah, dude. French-Canadian boys. Yep. There we go. And then they're gonna start it off with their favorite, Tony, the trios titles. I hope they lose. It's gonna be the conglomeration, because I'm getting kind of sick and tired of them too. Let's be honest. And I hope they do drop it to this team, the Lethal Injection. Hopefully I'm saying that correct. Right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. With Jay Lethal.
Yeah. Jay Lethal, Blake Christian, and Lee Johnson. Man, you know what? I was watching Collision, just a little tidbit here while I run down through the card. Blake Christian, they call him White Chocolate for a reason. Man, boy has moves. He can dance. Those are the only two things happening for the pre-show. Hopefully there's a little bit more, but in no particular order. For the show, we got a 6-man ladder match to determine the number 1 contender for the AEW International Championship. We got Jack Perry versus the Beast Mortos versus Commander versus Karate Gi, Speedball, Mike Bailey, and Nick Wayne, and El Clone. Kind of sad El Clone beat out my boy there, Leo Rush, last night.
I was expecting Leo to win that match.
Same here. I kind of wanted to see that. But again, when you're involved with a conglomeration, you're going to be a loser. Sorry. What happened? I just lost the card. But you guys have a pick for that, or?
Okay, really? So we without even saying it, we were all in agreement that the conglomeration was going to lose that.
Yeah, we're all in agreement. Okay, the first. That's why I went. I'm like, dude, we already got this. We got this. I
just wanted to make sure. Okay.
Yeah. No, right, we're good. But yeah, for the 6-way ladder match, I don't know.
That one's tough, man. But for some reason, I'm feeling Jungle Jack coming up on top.
I like Speedball on this, just because he needs to wear some bad, ugly uniforms. But
still is.
What happened to him? Like he started off like, I'm gonna get you, Jet, and for stabbing me in the back, and then he gets fed to some monsters, and then all of a sudden he's
in a 6-way ladder match.
Bring him back. But that's just me.
There's a lot of talent, man. There's a lot of talent in AEW.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm gonna go with Miguel on this one. It looks like Jack Perry. He's on the rise, so I'm sticking with Jack. If
Damn,
they throw
I'm
a
gonna keep
curveball,
one
so
for
to
one.
speak, it'll be
They,
Speed
they,
Bump. But
I hope they, you know, everyone seems like they're getting a tad bit of a makeover, new songs. Can we kind of give Jungle Jack a new song a little bit?
yeah, right.
You know, give him a little bit. This Jurassic theme is kind of, you know.
Oh,
Jungle Life. Come on, man. That's classic.
he's not even Jungle Boy anymore, though. He's Jungle Man. He's coming out with a knife. Like, holy shit, a little boy with a knife? I don't think so.
Jesus.
So we got 2 Jack Perrys. Can I take 2 Jack Perrys? And 1 speedball. Damn, Tony, you want to do coke? Okay. So we're moving on. We got. This is going to be one of the fun matches. I hope because it has one of our favorite groups there. It's the double chain tag team match. You got Jay White and Tony's all-time favorite wrestler, Juice Robinson, versus David Finlay and Clark Connors. Let's go, Bang Bang Gang. I got the Bang Bang Gang. That's quick.
Yeah, I'll take the oh god. Yeah. Yeah, give him my haircut, god damn it. Hey guys, I'm Bang Bang too. I'm like, bro, chill.
Hey, Oos, you gotta respect the juice.
Drop the leg. Drop the leg.
Damn you.
It's starting to get catchy because I'm watching more WWE programming now.
That commercial, out of all the commercials, they play the most. That's why even when I'm like shopping sometimes, I'm like, drop the leg and pass the juice, Oos. And people just look at me like I'm crazy sometimes. I'm just like,
he's sitting
I'm
down.
not crazy. You're crazy.
Stop looking.
Hold right there, mister.
Yeah. It's like, let's see here. So we all got, again, clean sweep. We got the Bang Bang Gang. Next, in no particular order, AEW Continental Championship. No, I'm sorry. This is a tag match. Sorry, I read that wrong. But it's John Moxley and Will Ospreay versus the Young Bucks. I'm gonna go with John Moxley and Will Ospreay on this one. I don't know. What do you guys think?
This one's kind of tough, to be honest.
Yeah, dude.
Oh man, I'm gonna go with the Young Bucks on this one.
I'm gonna go with Mox on this one. I think they need the push or just keep pushing. And they need it for the next pay-per-view. So I think they'll ascend.
And then also,
I just want to say something real quick.
Yeah.
Can you guys agree? I always say this, but I have to keep saying it until something happens. Does anyone not agree that Daniel Garcia looks out of place being with the Death Riders? Like he
wants to dance.
He just not a good.
It's like having a good conversation.
He looks really out of place out of all of them. He just always has looked out of place, and I just feel like he needs to go somewhere where one, he could dance, and then 2, showcase more his ability, because what we get on screen is like a pissed off Daniel Garcia, and sometimes I think that takes away from his wrestling. I don't know if you guys can agree with me, but
no, agreed.
I miss the Daniel Garcia, man.
Yeah, man.
I think you mentioned the makeover, right? So when it comes to like the music, but then you change your character. So sometimes your movesets has to be limited or kind of changed around just a tad bit, so that way it goes with your character.
But it doesn't really go with it, though. I think that's what we're saying. It doesn't go with Daniel Garcia at all. He should be a babyface. I mean, he's flirting with Will Ospreay every chance he gets on screen, which is kind of like, whoa, dude, what are you trying to do here? Trying to get a kiss from him? But yeah, it's just very, very off. It does, like Miguel said, it doesn't fit his overall persona, and that's the key word. It's like, you're emitting a different energy. We can all see it, and it doesn't work. Doesn't work. Mox, just boot him out. Get Gabe Kidd to kick his ass. Seriously, like, damn, we need to move on from him and his gimmick right there. But yeah, he needs a real makeover, because I do agree, great wrestler, needs to showcase that, but he has to do it as a face. All right, next match. Damn it, Daniel. We all want to dance.
All love, Daniel. All love.
We can't. They can't see us thrusting, but they know what I mean.
Somebody's knocking. Is that the Death Riders? No, they're in Canada, so we're safe. But next match, we got the man. I want to say this is going to be good, but I know Tommaso Ciampa and Chris Jericho, the Painmaker, they're going to bring the house down for this one. A no holds barred match. Who do you guys have?
Yeah, this one's a tough one because the Tommaso Ciampa won the last time, right? At the beach.
So I think they're like 1-1 though.
1-1, right?
Yeah, this is the rubber match where it's hopefully it ends.
I'm gonna go with Ciampa, man.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna go with Ciampa too, man. He's beast, man. He's quick, and I think more than Jericho. I'll go back to my famous one of my famous, I guess what I measure things on, and it's Jericho's already getting to the age where he's done, man. And if he can do anything, or one of the last great things that he can do is keep getting Tommaso Ciampa over, you know. At this point, keep getting him over because then people are going to remember that. People are always going to remember what you do for other people rather than what you do for yourself, right? And yeah, I just think it'll be Tommaso Ciampa.
Same, Tommaso Ciampa, and I do agree. Not taking anything away from Chris Jericho, but it's good to see him kind of doing the same with Ricochet. Kind of, he lost, I want to say, or trying to remember, bad memory, but he's putting people over, which is a good thing to see, and that's something we all agree on that we want to see. You know, pushing other talent up. You know, we might be seeing him, you know, going into the sunset little by little, bringing out his old gimmicks, new gimmicks, and yeah, it'll be a good match.
It's the Painmaker this time, right? He's gonna be the Painmaker.
Shit, I said Rainmaker, right? Or I don't know.
I think you probably did.
Okay, sorry, Okada.
Bitch.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Next match, we got the champion Mark Davis, who's the AEW National Champion, versus how you know Andrade El Idolo for the title. Hands on, I'm going with Andrade on this one.
Okay, so I'm torn on this one, not because.
And Mark Davis lost weight, so he's looking good.
Not because I like either or. I do like I do like El Idolo. I like the way he wrestles. I've always liked him, right? But what I'm afraid of is one of these goons on Don Callis's team come out, mess it up for him. That's why I'm kind of torn but I want El Idolo to win. So that's my last pick, Idolo.
He's got to have that Oba stipulation. I do not want to get interference by Brock Lesnar. That's why I am denouncing my championship title run. Okay.
I am gonna go. You know, if Miguel's ripped, torn apart like Andrade's pants, then I think Andrade is gonna win this one. It's gonna be like that little kid. I think you know that little meme where the little kid's waving. He's like, "What?" Yeah, we don't. Andrade's gonna show his dung callus to everybody today. Yeah, it's a little weird. Kind of, yeah. Anyway, how I know? Because he's got it.
He's got it.
The win.
And then moving on to the next match, we got the women's TBS championship. We got the champion Hikaru Shida versus Maya World. The best is Shida versus Maya World.
Wow, this one's gonna be. I like Shida. She's been a favorite amongst us for sure. But Maya's World's been killing it. In any wrestling match that she's been put, she's been killing it. So I got Maya's World.
I'm torn on this one, man. But go ahead, Tony. No.
I was gonna say not my world because I think Shida's gonna win, and we're gonna have what AEW does best and gives us a surprise. I hope I'm right. I hope this happens, and I'm fantasy booking over here, but I'd like to see Kairi Sane pop out of nowhere and challenge Shida for the title because she's a big name, and I think it's time to start bringing in these names over, at least her and the New Day, and it begins tonight. Sheeta.
I like that run-in with Kyrie Sane there. I'm torn because yes, the right move would be to go with Miguel's pick, put it on Maya World. She is hot. She is doing absolutely everything you can imagine to put on great matches, just putting herself and her opponents over. And that's something rare to see in the wrestling business. Again, we're fans, but when we see something like that happen, you notice. And you got Hikaru Shida, who's been working her butt off. Our favorite. We're behind Shida, and on this one, I'm gonna have to go with Hikaru Shida to remain the TBS champion.
Sheeta's the best.
Shida is the best, and it's really hard. Both, Maya World deserves it, and let's see if there's a run-in. It would be interesting to see if Kairi Sane does something, maybe cost Maya World and do a little program with her, and then get to the belt. But we'll see. It's a great time to be a wrestling fan because we got all these free agents, pretty much as of.
Oh wait, sorry, not that.
The last.
You don't.
Please don't do that, please. I may just stop and just stop recording after that. Freaking Mick phone. Okay, we got Kyle Fletcher, the champion, versus the Ring of Honor Men's World Champion Bandito for the International Championship. This is not a title for title. This is just for Kyle's International Championship. They did have a scuffle in the San Diego Comic-Con just a few days ago. We had Kyle Fletcher being interrupted by, I was going to say a Brodito, but it's Brody King. Fun segment. The only thing, I don't know if you guys caught it, the security guard who was trying to pull him out, he's taller than Bandito. And then when Kyle Fletcher was kind of pounding, he pounded the guy's back, the security guard's back, all this for like a good minute or two. I was like, that's not Bandito, bro. Like, holy shit. So hopefully the security guard compensated, take a few photos, a few signatures, because goddamn, he took a pounding for Bandito there. I was like, damn, I don't know. But it was fun to see. This one, I really do have Kyle Fletcher just maintaining his title there. It's going to be a good run for Kyle yet again.
Yeah, I got Kyle Fletcher. He's a beast.
Going out with Sky Blue.
You're gonna piss off Cartman over here. Cal.
That's the other Kyle that we don't like. Well, we like you, Kyle. It's just your group. That's all.
What? No. What? Oh yeah, Kyle O'Reilly.
Yeah, Kyle O'Reilly. We like O'Reilly parts.
Yeah, I go with
Sheeta?
Not Bandito. I don't think Bandito's. I love Bandito. I think he'll put on a good show tonight. But he had that collision win a week ago, I believe, for his title, and I think that's how far he'll get. So you're losing this one, sir.
Yep. Hey, it's all good. We got Cage and Cope, World Tag Team Champs, versus the not odd pairing, but they've tagged a little bit together, Claudio Castagnoli and Pac for the AEW Men's World Tag Teams Championships. This is where I got the good evening, good afternoon, good seance, whatever, what have you. I think we're going to see the introduction of Kofi and Xavier in this match in one way or another, or maybe after the match is over, when we see and still your AEW World Tag Team Champions, Cage and Cope. They're going to win.
Yeah, I mean, this is a no-brainer, Cage and Cope. But although, again, it's not that I don't like Castagnoli and Bastard, but because those guys are built like tanks. But just this is an easy call, Cage and Cope. And if something does happen with Good Afternoon, I feel like they probably it's going to happen either two ways. Either they step in and cost the Death Riders a match, or as they're celebrating, they step up and say, "Oh, well, we're coming after you."
Yeah, we're next.
Yeah, like we're next, and then obviously their introduction to AEW. I think I think like Mondo said, I think it's a no-brainer that they start to introduce some of these free agents. Well, if they're even free agents anymore, but start to introduce some of these. I mean, there's a lot of people that are unsigned that and we can't even say that have great potential, that are great business, right? And we're just kind of waiting to see what's going on, where are they going to go, what's going to happen. So that would be great.
Yeah, I think the wasn't this a show that they were supposed to like retire?
Yeah.
But
Sorry,
I
you,
don't think.
you caught me off guard. You're starting to show more white. Good for you.
Wait,
Oh,
retire?
wait.
Yeah.
Oh, because they're in Canada. Because apparently they were. I think the rumor was because they're in Canada,
They wanted to
and,
make
Adam
Oh,
Copeland.
excuse me. Okay. Okay, now I know what you're referring to. Okay.
Yeah, Adam
Oh,
Copeland
that
was
makes
supposed to
sense.
retire. So, yeah, but to listen to that tag team that was placed like last minute,
If it
nah,
was
I don't think so.
if if it was the reverse, like say if it was the young Bucks, I think they
yeah, it
would
would
they
make
would they
sense.
would drop it exactly like they would drop
Or an
the title.
FTR, like they're coming back and they get they get another shot at the title, like FTR comes back, or maybe FTR comes back. I don't know.
Actually, that's all that is a great point that you make because they've been out of the picture for a while,
Yeah,
and you are totally right. They could just totally come up, screw it up, drop the titles to these nobodies, and then start to go after them, right?
yeah.
Because then that takes away Cage and Cope for yeah. So
So
Let's
I think
cosplay that
Cage.
tag team, Tony. I'll be Dax Hardwood because he's bald.
I'll be like the Bugs Bunny meme I sent you. Look, go 5 second pose. So, but anyway, but Bugs Bunny and the Cajun Cope will win this one. wait a minute, that's not it.
No,
That's all like Peter Griffin right there.
Get your cartoons right. Next match is we got Tekla versus Willow Nightingale for the AEW Women's World Championship. I love the build up to this match up, guys, and let me know what you guys think. I'll be on last on this one.
Man, I'm torn between this one because I love Willow's energy. Out of all the ladies in the locker room, her energy in terms of in ring and out of ring too, but in particular in ring, I just love her energy, man. She gives good energy off, and even when she's getting her ass kicked, she gives good energy off. But Tekla is a beast, bro. She is a beast on the mic. She is a beast in the ring. One thing that I love to come about Tekla, just watching her in and out of just wrestling matches, is what I love most about her is getting her ass kicked. You want to know why? Because she does it and sells it in a way that puts her opponent over during a match, man. And that tells me a lot about who she is. And not very many people are like that, not in the ring, and also not even out of life. So I'm torn between this one, but I got Tekla retaining.
I got Tekla as well. I saw that video you sent me, or who was it, Yamando, or
Yeah.
was it you about the autograph signing?
Oh yeah, I sent that one.
You sent that one to me, right? I would love to get just call me a bitch. That's all I want from her. Just call me a bitch, sign something, and call me a bitch. That's all I gotta say. I
Not
submit to you.
only are you a bitch, but you are a dumb bitch. Let's get that one right. We're just a bunch of dumb bitches and living in our
That's what
world,
it
dude.
is.
That's what it is.
Just
I
spit
love
on me,
it.
baby. That's all I gotta say.
I just gotta say, bad move, bad move with Willow
Sorry,
getting
kid.
the little rub with my mortal enemy there. You may not know it, but I just don't like Mick Foley, and I think that's bad for her reputation. So Tekla, man, Tekla all the way. Easy as that.
Well, going back to what you said, bro. If you're associated with a conglomeration, but no, but I agree with Miguel. I love.
Willow's great. Willow's great.
Listen,
Do not want to take anything away from Willow, but I think it's the momentum here is with the champ. Just everything about the champion right now with Tekla, man, fire. Just keep on trucking.
going back to the conglomeration, when they lose, that needs to just fizzle out. You guys don't even need to announce it or anything. Just fizzle out.
In the next 20, 30 minutes from now, and once they lose, I'm taking a shot, and I'm gonna send that picture to you guys. Me taking a shot because I'm gonna celebrate them losing the title because we want to see these titles to be in better hands and to be defended. Hell, we can hold on to these belts and we can tell you guys, hey, challenge us every single week. and we'll put him on the line.
Even if I fall like an inch awkward and I'm paralyzed, it'll be worth it. Fuck it.
All right.
All right, we got the main event. We got the champion Kenny Omega. Yeah, same here. Versus Kevin Knight, the current TNT championship. And guys, for me, this is a no-brainer. It's gonna be a solid match with Kevin Knight. I think he's a promising up-and-coming wrestler. Yeah. I've been singing his praises when he first came into AEW, and tonight is going to be one of those other things where you're going to see the best out of both men, especially Kevin Knight. But Kenny Omega, man, he's still going to be the champ, and we're going to see him roll into Wembley Stadium with that title, and it's going to be an amazing night. That's for sure.
Kenny, all the way. It's the best bout machine. We'll bring out another best bout tonight, and yeah, we're going to gear up to All In, right? It's All In, right?
All in. Chicago's all out.
Yeah, we're all in with Kenny Omega today. No pun intended.
Yeah, no pun intended. I'm in too. I got Kenny Omega.
Way to go, Tony. Way to go.
Cool. So that's and then hopefully after this Tony Khan gets on the mic for a little bit. He'll have the press conference after the AEW Redemption, and get his insights. And I'm pretty sure whatever happens today, and if there's any surprises or there's surprises that we mentioned didn't happen, hopefully he can talk about it later on and say, hey, what's the status on this? What's the status on that? Obviously, people aren't going to give away everything, but we like to hear his opinion. And Tony is very opinionated wrestling fan, and he'll show off who he is as as an owner, two as a wrestling fan, and three as one of the I think no matter what is happening on either side of the fence, he will acknowledge that too. He's like, hey, this they might even ask him about WWE radio, so let's maybe he'll have an opinion on that. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be a banger of a matchup tonight. As always, we use saying that word banger because that's what they do. That's no matter what's gonna happen. A lot of wrestling getting set for tonight. We're all excited. We're all gonna jump in right now to order this pay-per-view.
Raw tomorrow.
Oh yeah, you guys are gonna go to Monday Night Raw live tomorrow, or as soon as this is up, the following day, so the day of, which would be Monday, and you guys have a great time there. Let me know if the XM theme works, or if it's not even up yet, right?
No, it's gonna start on SummerSlam. So.
Oh, okay. So
yeah, SummerSlam first.
Well, I'll send you a video of us just sitting there. How about that?
Man, that's one of my biggest gripes when you go to a wrestling show and just a section, nobody wants to say anything. They look at you like.
So again, that's what I was telling you. I think in more than anything, I know we're a little bit tight on time, but more than anything, during a wrestling event, they need to look after these sporting events and see how they can entertain people, so that I'm not talking that you go and sit down the very last minute, but maybe 20 minutes or so before it's going to start, because there's really nothing to do besides sit in a line and then go to your seat if you get there early. And like you said, who wants to sit there for 2 hours waiting for the show to start, but then there's really nothing you can do? All right, come on.
Yeah. They used to do dark matches back in the day, and they'll probably seldom that they'll do a pre-show. Kind of like at GCW, they actually had a pre-show before anything happened. We're like, oh shit, there's a pre-show, and it was cool. It was something quick just to get the crowd going. And you're right. I think they need to bring that back. If they do it, cool. If they haven't, then they need to get back to it. They need to showcase these other wrestlers so that way they can get the party going.
Yeah. And we're speaking WWE because AEW, they do very well at, during live events. We've been there. They have plenty of tables. We've seen that they almost had a whole roll of tables, right? It was an issue getting gear, same thing with drinks. So again, they have dark matches. They consistently have matches before the pay-per-views. This is nothing new for AEW. But we're talking in terms of WWE.
Yeah.
But
I think we got 3 matches at least confirmed. So if they can go back to what they did this past Monday, where they added maybe a match or two, that was good.
That would be clutch, yeah.
But for the sake of time, because we're gonna jump into AEW right now. So, guys, please enjoy. By the time you listen to this, hopefully you guys enjoyed AEW. Hopefully our predictions came in to fruition. Hopefully I maybe lost one or two there, but doesn't matter. It's all good. Wrestling is fun. It's good to be a wrestling fan, no matter what. WWE, AEW, AAA, CMML. Did I say that right? Yeah. New Japan, anywhere. MLW,
All Japan, all
GCW.
Mexico.
You got
The
the
boys at
wrestling.
Iwo Jima.
You got the wrestling.
And support local wrestling. Always
Yes.
support local wrestling. Please do so. Guys, once again, thank you for your time. This is the West Coast Wrestling Trios podcast.
Yes, it is.
So we might have to have a name change coming up. So stay tuned for that. Again, any opinions, let us know. We messed up. Cool. We'll make it better next time. For today, my name is Tony. We got Mondo on one end. We got Cali Rattlesnake on the other. Take care. Let's go. Wrestling, baby.